Emma is a teacher, a player, and an influencer in the pickleball space, and probably one of the most dedicated pickleball players in the entire world. How do you balance that?
It's been difficult to try to balance. Pickleball is not absolutely everything. It's a lot.
So how often are you playing then?
5 days a week.
Good, great. Mark, how many days are you playing a week? You're traveling. Sometimes you're traveling to play, sometimes to watch. Watching someone who is now a signed PPA professional pickleball player.
Yes, sir.
Hey!
Anwar Braham. Could y'all play together though? I mean, relationship-wise, would the relationship be able to handle that?
We will never bring that up.
That may not be the best advice for everybody out there just to start showing up at parks alone. Who did we bring on this show?
He just felt really empowered, I would say.
Maybe he finally realized that he belonged there. I'm supposed to be here and I want to win.
No aspirations for going pro for me. How about you? What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Southern Pickleball Podcast. As always, I'm everyone's favorite 4-4 Duper, here with my co-host and the co-founder of Southern Pickleball, Mark Spackman. Today, we have a very special guest. Some may say the most interesting woman in pickleball, Emma Cook. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and thank you to our sponsors. Head Pickleball, a favorite of Southern Pickleball and its players all across the country. Diadem Sports, the official pickleball of Southern Pickleball and of the world, and the only pickleball that we want to play with and you should want to play with as well. And Mizuno, the shoe that is helping us grow the game on and off the courts. We're also grateful for Mizuno's continued support of Southern Pickleball as they provide us with some incredible giveaways for our tournament players and fans. All right, so we got Emma Cook in the studio, and as I mentioned, Emma might be the most interesting lady in all of pickleball. Emma is a teacher, a player, and an influencer in the pickleball space, and probably one of the most dedicated pickleball players, dare I say, in the entire world. Emma, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
We are excellent.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I guess, we always just like to start with the old, how did you get started? How do you become so addicted? So we'd love to hear before we get into all the other good stuff, like how you got started playing pickleball.
Yeah, I definitely think it's nothing unique or interesting or how I got started. It was the average. Got invited to play out in a random neighborhood park and showed up. Absolutely loved it. I showed up playing with a family. So it was one of those moments where I was like, do I go crazy? Do I take it easy?
Your family or somebody?
Someone else's family.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, ha ha ha, this is fun. And then that was around December of 2023. And then 2024 started, and I just started showing up to a park on Friday nights alone. I really wanted to try to just see what would happen. I've gotten to a group me and just showed up at parks late at night.
That may not be the best advice for everybody out there just to start showing up at parks alone on Friday night and see what happens.
My parents were worried for a while.
Who did we bring on this show?
You said interesting, right? I got some stuff for you guys.
To all the kids out there, don't listen to that. Don't listen.
Maybe
School teacher, really?
Okay, I don't know how to recover now. I mean, that's honest. I did show up at parks alone at night. And it was one of those parks where you have 6 courts, 3 are for your beginners and 3 for the advanced. I went straight to the back corner of the beginner section. I was like, do not look at me. I don't understand this sport. And then one Friday night, someone on the advanced side asked if I would play over there.
Oh,
and I was like, whoa.
You got the call up.
We're crossing the line, we're going to the other side. And then next thing I know, he was asking me to do a tournament with him. And I was terrified because I was never really I would say I played sports, but I grew up on a farm my whole life. So I wasn't really around those tournaments a whole lot. And I played. It was in a gym floor type of tournament. I think it was a 3-5, and we got silver, and then I was obsessed.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wanted to win. I wanted to keep playing, and it was really unique because that player, we really became teammates for about, I would say, like 8 months. We just stuck it out and mixed.
And then you dropped him.
And then you dropped him.
Yeah.
Ah.
I think
Classic.
I got dropped.
Classic story.
But that's really where I started, was just showing up, kept doing it for fun, and then got into those tournaments, and then it just kind of flourished from there.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, you must have really fallen in love with it because, as we kind of mentioned, you are a player, you are a pickleball influencer, but besides all that, you're a teacher, which means you're super busy all week, every week. Well, except for the summer, of course. How do you balance that? How do you balance like teaching, having a full-time job, and like you're everywhere?
Yeah.
You're playing pickleball all the time, every day, basically.
Yeah, you say balance, and I don't think I balance it very well. But I try to. It's difficult to have that balance of, because it's not just, working a full-time job or playing pickleball. It's, trying to have a social life as well, see your family, hang out with friends. As far as teaching goes, this is my 4th year teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think if I would have started pickleball and started my career at the same time,
What age do you teach?
I teach 11th grade.
Okay.
So they're 17 years old, I want to say.
Yeah.
16, 17.
Sounds like you don't know your students. I'm not sure.
They're held back as well. So I got a couple 18-year-olds in there. So it's... Luckily, I kind of know the information. I teach the same 5 classes. So
Yeah.
I go through the day. I say the same 5 jokes, the same 5 lessons. I know what I'm going to say usually by that first period.
Oh, okay.
If I get late in from a tournament, let's say, that first period is usually a little rough, right? They're looking at me like, what did she just say? And then it's been difficult to try to balance. But I'm getting better at it. You take days off from pickleball because, pickleball is not absolutely everything. It's a lot, and it takes up the majority of my free time. But in the moments where, I get done with school, I just want to go home, relax. I've been trying to incorporate those more.
Ah.
Right.
Well, you're on the Southern Pickleball Podcast, so I advise you quit doing that.
Yeah.
You quit talking to your family. No one needs family, friends. Pickleball friends.
Absolutely
on the
not.
court.
Yeah.
Done. Pickleball all the time. But so how often are you playing then, realistically? Like let's say on a weekly basis, like
I would say I'm trying to play at least twice in the mornings, maybe 3 times in the morning if I can get to bed on time.
before school.
Before school. I have to be at school at 7:30.
Yeah, right. Not me. That's crazy.
It's definitely that first kind of I'll play from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. And definitely from 6:10, 6:15-ish, you're like, what is pickleball again? You're still waking up. But I would say I'm definitely trying to play 4, and that's a lie, like 5 days a week.
Good. Mark, how many days are you playing a week?
Not enough.
Not
right
five. It's not 5. It's definitely not 5. I'm a once-a-week guy.
two or 3.
Goodness.
Right now. New commitment for the new year though to play more. I'm curious though. So I'm much older than y'all. So when I started, it was like that 50+ crowd, and it was the game for old. Y'all are younger than me. It seems like it's really moved into y'all's age group. But now, what are you seeing like with your students? You said you're.
Yeah.
I mean, is it starting to catch on in excitement and that level too?
It's not to the level where. It's really unique because I'll go to these tournaments and you're playing with these junior kids who are just prodigies. And you're like, holy cow, I'm getting smacked by this 12-year-old and I can do nothing about it. And then I go and I teach these 17-year-olds and, they're like, Miss Cook, I see you're tired. How was your tournament? And I'm like, okay. And you can usually tell by that first period if I'm like, hey guys, happy Monday. How'd you guys have a good week? Like, how are you
have
doing?
they already looked your tournament up online? Do they already know how your tournament was?
I think they care about me. I don't think they care about me that much. They're not willing to go out of their way to look it up. But as far as if I do talk about pickleball, they've seen it before. They've seen the viral videos on TikTok or Instagram. But as far as knowing like the PPA world or APP pro players, they're not super familiar, I would say. Which is insane because when you look at those top players who are literally their age, you would think that there'd be more of a connection, but I just think that's going to take time.
Yeah.
But they do, understand the sport, I would say. They do definitely refer to it as mini tennis.
You see it becoming a high school sport at some point?
I do see it becoming a high school sport in certain states. I would say definitely in your top states, probably like in Florida and certain counties. But I think it will have to progress more as a club, a kind of what they have going on in college, I would say right now.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
That would probably transfer to high school, because as much as maybe the kids want it, you also have to have an adult that's just as interested and just as willing to put in as much time and effort.
So it sounds like the kids at your school might be lucky about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is trying to balance everything. You know, like I'll have a pickleball club after school, and I'm like, ooh, I gotta go to practice myself. And they're like, one more game. I'm like, I know that feeling, but I think we should cut it off. So there is definitely, I would say, there's some curiosity about it.
Yeah.
And I think eventually that curiosity will grow into interest.
Right.
And then hopefully that interest will also spread to adults. So
Yeah. So, and you just mentioned you started a pickleball club at your school. Like, has it taken off? Is it kind of slow? Is it, you have a lot of, like, are you guys getting more and more players, or?
We held an interest meeting, and I was terrified because I had 80 people in my classroom, and I was like, whoa, 80 people.
So you had 80 kids come out that were interested?
80 kids that were interested.
Wow.
And in my head, I'm thinking, okay, 80 kids, how many courts do I have to tape off? Because we're just playing on tennis courts.
Yeah.
Our school's pretty busy with their indoor athletics, and far as like color guard, or, you know, our school is unique in terms that we have like a gymnastics program, we have a dance program, and they're all using those indoor facilities. Yeah. So when I said, hey, can I reserve for pickleball? They were like, oh, no, not this year. So it's definitely slowed down due to the weather.
Yeah.
And I've learned a lot about these clubs. It does take a lot of time commitment. Showing up, and you go outside and those tape lines are absolutely destroyed, and you're like, okay, all right. But having 80 kids, it was really exciting. But fitting in, a lot of those 80 kids also played a lot of sports. So fitting in time where they could do it. A lot of these kids in my area also have jobs as well. So they're also balancing work life. But I do have some consistent kids that show up every week, and they surprise me because they're the kids that, you know, that ball is not going in the lines. They're just going straight into the net, but they love playing. Yeah. Which is just what's so interesting about the sport is you have these kids that if you looked at them together playing, you're like, ooh, they're not the most athletic people in the world. They're very shy too. But then they show up every week to play with each other. And it's beautiful to watch, but it does take a lot of patience to watch too.
I think there's a lot of adults with similar stories. That we've talked about. Yeah. I mean, that pickleball is just where we find connection. And and we were talking about last week on our show when we had Daniel Hardiman on, we were just talking about how it's one of the sort of cool things about pickleball is how easy it is to learn and get started. So So congrats to you for introducing.
Yeah, I mean that's hard work. Yeah, I mean you said you were taping courts. I know from experience. Mark does too. Actually, everyone in this room probably knows from experience. That's the worst. It's literally the worst thing in the world. It sounds like you have to tape every week. And you're providing balls and paddles and all that kind of stuff. Or do they have to bring like their own paddles or?
We do have them bring their own paddles.
Yeah,
which is really fun too. So for those who who can't maybe afford a great paddle, I have definitely been able to supply them with like practice paddles. But for those who are really excited, especially like my girls, they'll go out to Target and they're like, oh my gosh, I got the cutest one. I'm like, you go, girl. I don't think that thing has any power, but you go, girl. That is so cute.
Yeah.
That's great. So let's kind of switch over here and let's focus more on you, because you, as I said earlier, most interesting woman in pickleball. And you play a lot of tournaments. So, like, you play a lot and you practice a lot, but you play a lot of tournaments. Anyone that follows you on Instagram knows this. You're, like, in the air a lot.
Where do I follow on Instagram?
Yeah.
I believe it's just Emma.cook_PB.
The fact you don't know your own. Hold on one second. Jamie. We have our Jamie. Jamie, pull it up. We'll get right back to you with her actual Instagram. She doesn't even know. That's you're either
did
too
not write it on my
popular or too nonchalant. I'm not sure which one.
Influencer did you bring on?
Oh, good grief.
We can go back to teaching. It's fine.
So, but how often are you playing tournaments though?
So I've been really thankful for the opportunities that I've had with different companies that have basically allowed me to play these tournaments at least probably, I'd say once or twice a month, I would say.
Nice.
And it's been absolutely amazing. And I'm very thankful for all of these, whether it's like sponsors or just even companies that want me to come out and play a tournament.
Yeah.
I don't think I realized how many tournaments I play until I like talked to my mom. And she's like, "Hey, I haven't seen you in 2 months." I'm like, "Really? Has it been that long?"
Yeah. And you're playing like all over though. I mean, literally all over the United States. I think it was like last week or week before you were in Dallas for the MILP thing.
Yeah.
Like, how many places are you playing? Like, do you know how many states you've been to this year?
Definitely not 50, but I feel like it's been, I'm going to throw it up there and say 12.
That's a lot.
Okay.
That's a lot for pickleball.
What's the favorite place you've been to?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this question so much. I went to Arizona, but I didn't play in Arizona. My boyfriend played in Arizona. And I guess I got to like do a couple of practice games there, but I think the overall state of Arizona, I love being in. They had a great sports facility down there, or up over there. Definitely Arizona. The weather was great. It wasn't super. You were really hot. We played in the summer. I want to say in June.
Oh.
I think we went over there twice. There was one in June and one in February. And freezing in the mornings, but as soon as the sun came out, you felt good. The vibes were very good.
What part of Arizona were you in?
I want to say we were near Mesa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mesa?
I would think that would check out.
Mesa?
Probably makes sense.
Was that the USTA Nationals out there? Or?
That was a PPA.
PPA?
I want to say.
PPA? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. My experience in Arizona was different. I went to Tucson one time for a national tennis tournament. They said, it's not hot. It's just a dry heat.
Yeah, that's the stupidest.
It's hot as hell.
That's the stupidest thing. I've lived in Vegas for a year, and I'll tell you what, 110 is 110. I don't care how dry it is. Like 110 is 110.
I mean,
so you mentioned you were there for your boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that. I think Mark has some questions about that. Before that, just real quick, what's your best tournament experience so far?
Oof. Let's see. I want to say, there's so many that I've participated in or just watched.
Either or.
Okay.
Either or. Just give it first one that comes to the mind.
You've played.
When I've
All
played
right.
in.
Yeah.
So there's a YOLA event that happens every year in Florida, and I've been to it twice. And what's so unique about this event, it is a team event. And you basically have 3 people that are competing in this match. You'll have an A, B, and C player. A will play with C, B plays with C, and then A and B play together.
Mm-hmm.
So each team is 3 players each?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can have a large team, but just those 3 players will play in a
that
match.
Right.
Okay.
And you play 2 out of 3. And it is a format that I think is so fun. And I went down, that was my first travel tournament. I got invited by the kitchen. I hopped on a plane, crossed my fingers, playing with people that I have never met before, hoping it was going to work out. And I would say the actual playing of pickleball wasn't amazing. Not my best weekend. That was still when I was at this 4-0.
Oh yeah.
I'm enjoying pickleball a lot, not practicing, I would say 5 times a week, but I went down there, but the social aspect at that tournament was absolutely amazing. And I'm still meeting and seeing people that I met at that tournament in 2024. I saw them last week in Dallas. I'm like,
wow,
oh my gosh. And it's still the great community. So I think that was probably the best tournament to introduce me to this community aspect of pickleball that is just so unique and so much fun.
Yeah, that is cool. That 3v3 is getting more popular too.
Yeah.
It's like
I was curious about that. I hear that.
Yeah.
I like big teams.
I like big teams. Yeah. Big teams are good.
But it's also hard, like if you have a team of like 6 people or 8 people, it's also hard to organize that too.
Yeah, who's not playing, who's gets a little political.
Yeah.
Yep. But so you're traveling. Sometimes you're traveling to play. Sometimes you're traveling to watch.
Yes.
And you're watching someone who I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, you two, is now a signed PPA professional pickleball player.
Yes, sir.
Yay!
Yes.
Anwar Braham, did I get
Yes,
that correct?
sir,
Right?
yes.
Hey, I did good.
Yeah, that was great.
How'd y'all meet?
We met at a pickleball tournament. We actually met at the kitchen tournament in 2024. I was filling up my water. I was locked in. I was playing 4-5. I had never heard of him before. I don't know if that's a diss or anything. 'Cause
It feels like a diss because
I think that
everyone in the States heard of him.
that was the year we live streamed there.
Yeah, we were the
Yes.
100%. He made it to the final 8, actually, I think.
Yeah. I remember calling you up. I remember, yeah.
And I was locked in on 4-5. I was just at a time period where I didn't know, like, open. I was like, sure, whatever you guys are doing over there. Like, that's cool. That's broadcasted. 4-5. Here we go. And I'm filling up my water bottle. And my partner at the time was like, hey, Anwar. And I'm like, we're about to play a match. We got the text message. We got to go, buddy. And he's talking to this guy, and he introduces me to him. And I'm like, hi, I'm Emma. Nice to meet you. All right. And we start playing, and he shows up, and he starts watching. And I'm like, oh no. He's watching, and we win, but it is a messy win. And I walk up to him afterwards. I'm like, oof, I'm so sorry you had to witness that. And he goes, a win's a win, however you get there. And I'm like, I don't know what that meant anyway. And that day, actually, I went home, and I just felt terrible. Went home, took my temperature, 101. I was like, whoa, okay. I was playing off of adrenaline. I felt so sick. So Sunday, I was supposed to go and watch, and I just stayed home, took a little... That's also when I started kind of posting on Instagram a little bit more, and took a story picture of the broadcast. I'm like, sick Sunday, and just like watching pickleball. And he slid up, and I was like, whoa, okay. And
Sorry, real quick, just for the older people and Mark. He slid up means he messaged her on that story. He saw that story. He clicked the button that says message, and he messaged her. All right.
He did.
I had no idea what that
I knew you were over there confused. I knew it.
And he basically said, oh my gosh, you're watching me. And I'm like, maybe, like, whatever. And then a couple weeks later, he asked me to play, and then it just kind of took off from there.
Shout out to Anwar with the game. How about that? So he is a PPA pro now, but he wasn't always a PPA pro. And so tell us about just some of like the ups and downs of being around him and going to these tournaments and watching him play all these really great players and like battling through the qualifiers and the challengers and all that kind of stuff. How was that? Yeah,
he's definitely so we've been dating for about a year, and within this 2024-5 year, he's definitely, for the beginning of the year, I would say he was a qualies grinder.
Yeah.
As they say, just battling through qualies. I would say he was, and I don't want to speak for him, but I do think he was trying to figure out what he was going to do, right? Because he had been playing pickleball for a while, and it's like he would get there, he would get through qualifiers, and then some tournaments he wouldn't. And then, just like all of us amateurs, you practice so hard, and then the outcome is not expected, and you're like, what am I doing? And that happens for even the best of the best.
Right.
So for a while, like, he was grinding it out, but he wasn't seeing that consistency. And then, I was one of those people who were like, you should keep playing. I'm obsessed, and I believe in you. Everyone believes in you. Now that I know who you are now, I've seen you play, like, keep going, right? You have so much support, especially within the state of Georgia, and so much support where he is at home. And then something like halfway through the year, like, really clicked for him. He really started to enjoy it and have fun and playing a little bit more free. And then the results started to come. And with that, he just felt really empowered, I would say. Definitely, those moments are the best. Watching him in the Challenger World Series, I guess that would have been a month ago. Watching him win that contract was one of those moments. I was like, it was one of those moments so we're on this grandstand. And then in Central Court, you have Anna Bright versus Ben Johns. And I think Anna Lee and Ben Johns, and they just dropped a game. So, like, everyone and their mama's focusing on that.
Yeah.
But in this moment, like, you know, the guy that I absolutely love just did something that he's always wanted to do. And that was probably, the wins are the best moments where you just want to cry and you're like, oh my gosh.
But did you cry?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I may cry,
As long as you
baby.
cried. As long as you cried.
Yes.
Well, I think a lot of what you're saying there, it sounds like, is what we've heard from other pro players. And I think it's even for us as amateur players. It's like it almost sounds like maybe he finally realized that he belonged there and wasn't trying to prove himself. I mean,
yes.
Because I even feel like that. Like if somebody's going to play a 4-0 tournament, it's a 4-5 or whatever. You know, you have those things when you first step up and you're like, you're going on the court just trying to prove you belong and not wanting to embarrass yourself or whatever. And then there's a time when it clicks when you're like, no, I'm supposed to be here and I'm going to win.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just that transition to that.
I've never felt that before, but that's all right. Maybe I'm still waiting on it. 4 years deep.
And it will happen. And it's a beautiful moment.
I don't know. You mentioned earlier, like, you know, we all put in this work and we expect the results. I do neither of those things. I put in the work, and I honestly, if I medal, I'm pretty surprised. So I'm on the opposite.
Corin's on that. I'm going to play 1 day a week. And,
Yeah.
Who am I going to play with in the Pro Tour?
100%. Tell Anwar, call me.
I'm partnering with you next week.
Listen, I played in my competition. If it's Ben Johns on the court, I'm a 6-0.
Yeah.
If it's Mark Spackman, I'm like a 3-2-ish player, you know?
Always taking a beat here. So hey,
No,
if you're gonna play with you get to pick one female as your partner to play doubles on the Pro Tour, who would you want to partner with?
Yeah.
Well, I want someone who carries hard, right? I feel like I'm good at pickleball. I don't think I'm amazing. So I want someone who carries hard but has energy.
And women's, do you like playing the right or the left?
I've definitely been transitioning. Definitely, I've always been a right side player. I think people have always told me I'm a right side player, and I'm like, you right, yeah. I'm gonna stay right here. I got you, girl. I'm right here, right. And I think that really caused me where you get into these moments where you are playing the standard game, and maybe you're on the odd side.
Right.
I would be, I'm. Switch. I'm like, oh my gosh, get me off of this side. And so I've definitely been transitioning to enjoying the left a little bit more.
Oh, interesting.
Definitely, though, I think Anna Bright would be really fun to play
She's going to make you play on the right.
She's definitely going to make you play on the right.
I will. Yes, ma'am. And you take that left. You can take anything you want. I will serve.
I thought everything was setting up for Anna Lee Waters, and that was going to be like 2 for 2 or 3 for 3. Like, everyone's like, I just want to play with Anna Lee Waters. But Anna Bright, I can respect that. So what about a mixed? Who would you play with? You can't say your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Could y'all play together though? I mean, if you got to that level, would y'all relationship wise, would the relationship be able to handle that?
I mean, okay, I could play with him in a Challenger series. We will never bring that up in the relationship. I don't think we practice together and the practices don't go well.
I'll tell you what though, last week Daniel Hardiman gave us the playbook of how to play with your significant other. Just check that out, and maybe, just maybe, you have a chance.
I'll send it to him, and then I'll send him the link to the podcast, and then I'll send him the link to the Challenger sign up, and then we'll see how that works out. I'll let you guys know.
So if he's not the choice, who would it be?
Who do I enjoy watching play mixed? Ooh, I think.
Who's the best looking man on the Pro Tour other than Anwar?
That is a loaded question.
No.
No.
It's what's his name? They voted. It's the guy on the other podcast on the.
Oh yeah, Roscoe.
Roscoe
right?
Bellamy.
Roscoe, didn't he win as best looking?
Yeah, he did. It was private,
player?
but he won. I think they did say he probably made it himself, but I probably agree. That's a handsome fella.
Well, since you won't answer that, let's get.
Yeah, all right. So who are you gonna play with then?
I think I would play with Andre Diascu.
Man, what?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about the reach on that guy is absolutely insane, and I love his energy. watching him play, whether it's with mixed or whether it's in men's, he has, I guess, really good vibes, I would say. They're really intense, just like I would say Anna Bright is. Very intense, but a grinder, right? Gonna fight to the very end, whether they're down, just like they were. Was that Lakeland?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not. That's Zach. Wherever I was. Yeah, if Zach was here, he'd tell you. Yeah, that's our pro pickleball.
Oh my gosh, I want to say him and Christian were down against Ben and Gabe. And what? Yeah,
if you just say it, I think most of the people will believe it because most of us probably didn't watch it.
But I had the flu that week. I could have been straight up a dream. I do not take my word for it. But I really enjoy his energy, the way he resets before he serves. He's not, I would say, the perfect player, but I do enjoy watching him. I enjoy the way he reaches and then encourages his partner. He played with Rachel Rohrbacher. Covers.
I like her,
yeah. And the energy that they had.
She University of South Carolina, was she at Gamecock? Do you know?
Yeah, I don't. You're gonna have to quit asking me these pro questions.
I think she was a Gamecock tennis player.
Probably. And then I think watching them, I was like, oh, that. So definitely, I would say Andre and Anna.
Interesting. Do you have?
Might be one I don't want to play mixed with. Who would you, Corin? Who would you want to play?
Play mixed doubles with?
Yeah, on Pro Tour.
Oh shoot, Anna Lee Waters.
Well,
and I'd play the right side. I played the off the court. No, I don't know. Probably.
Did you think we were going to think anything else? We thought you were going to play the left. Thanks for explaining. We weren't sure which side you were going to play.
You never know. No, I don't know. Probably. Yeah, Anna Lee Waters. I mean, that's
okay.
Because we would at least win 3 or 4 points. That'd be about it. No aspirations for going pro for me. How about you?
It's one of those things where, you have to be realistic about it. I did not come from tennis. I played a little bit of sports. Like I said before, I grew up on a farm. So probably I could go, barrel racing. That would be a little bit more achievable. But
wow.
I think I'm in just a part of pickleball where if there's an opportunity, I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
And I love working hard in any aspect of life. So I'm going to keep working hard because I enjoy a good drilling session. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. So I'm going to keep working hard. And if there is an opportunity, I'm down and I will take it. But I'm really just going to see where this journey leads because it's been since 2024. So it's been over a year now. And the opportunities that have been given to me this year have been insane. So I'm definitely not closed-minded, but I also, want to be realistic in terms of, being that top 20. I don't know about that one, but, being one of the, top 20 in Georgia, I would enjoy that title. I don't know if I'll get there, but if there's an opportunity, I'm going to try really hard to get there, I would say.
Go for it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I asked Mark one time if he thought I was top 100 in Georgia, and he said maybe 500. So top 20 would be pretty good for you. I think that'd be pretty impressive.
Now, I'm scared of my number now.
No, listen.
I think there's lots of opportunity out there. I think especially on the women's side right now.
A lot, yeah.
There's a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, there were some tournaments.
Whether it's pickleball or whatever, just dream big and go for it.
Yeah, 100%. There were some tournaments like you could just sign up for pro qualifier as a woman and they just put you in the main draw. Is 2026 going to be your pro qualifier year? Is that shaping up that way? Not giving it much thought?
2026.
Is that next year? Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I would say with pro qualifiers is usually they're during the week.
Oh, yeah.
So that's also one of the reasons why I haven't really tried it out at all because it's kind of hard to be like, hey, I'm gonna take off for a week, go play pickleball. And I think I asked last year, I made it to nationals and some event, and I was like, can I take off? I'm gonna take off a day. And he was like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. My boss said no, and I was like, oh, okay.
You just gotta call out sick. Yeah, you just gotta call out sick.
It was a crazy coincidence that happened that weekend. So definitely I would love to, but it just depends on the opportunity, the timing. it's crazy. A lot of these PPAs do not line up with the school system breaks. I wish they did, but they never do. There's one coming up in 2026 that lines up with a break. Just one the entire year. And they take a break during the summer a lot of the times.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Next year we're going to have MLP because we're going to have the PPA schedules now on the calendars, pretty much the school year calendar schedule.
It really
then
is.
MLP in the summer.
Yes. And I'm definitely open. One of the coolest groups of people that I talk to, they're from Florida, and they're, 4 or 5, 4-0s. They have a blast, and they have a group of 4 friends. And all they do is play MLPs. They do not do PPAs. They just work together really hard and go to as many MLPs as they can. And
nice.
I think that's so fun because definitely there's a difference between playing in a PPA and the experience that I had at the national championship last week with MLP. It's just a totally different, I would say, vibe. And
like that team camaraderie.
I really do, right? Because, PPA, you played women's, and if you lose, PPA's like, well, have fun in back draw. You're not even playing till 11. You're playing to 15, right? You enjoy that? Loser. You get into MLP, and you're like, okay, I lost women's. I need to reset. I'm about to play mix.
Yeah.
And even in mix, you're like, okay, there's a chance I might have to go into a dream breaker. You got to reset again. And you're relying, it's not an individual aspect of pickleball. It's so, you're relying on your team and even like coaches and parents and friends there. It's just an atmosphere that I don't feel like you really get in a normal PPA setting.
Yeah.
So when you watch, do you prefer to watch PPA or MLP?
PPA actually, and I do that doesn't make sense. It's a couple of biases, right? Like you have the boyfriend who's playing, and I'm invested. I want to see, okay, the guy who beat him, is he gonna go all the way? What's gonna happen with this team? So there's a little bit of bias in there, and with MLP, usually in the summer, the weather's good. I'm out of the house, so I don't keep up with it as much. But I wish I think MLP is going to grow more and more to where you kind of have this team that hopefully like you have some support and you're really for. I would love to, oh my gosh, the Atlanta Bouncers are on, right? Like,
do you know the players on the Atlanta Bouncers? Do you know who the Atlanta Bouncers?
I know a couple.
Okay.
You want me to name them?
Yeah. Do your best.
They have 6 now, right?
That's also a great question. No oh gosh. Okay. You have Jaume, right?
Yep.
As far as I remember.
That's the one. That's as far as I can go.
You have Vivian Davis.
David. Yeah.
Oh no.
That's all right.
She's
That's
so nice too. Vivian Glossman.
Traded.
She's gone.
When did
Out of
that
there.
happen?
Like a long time ago.
Yikes.
Yeah,
last summer. That was the last
You
summer.
are outdated.
Oof. Wait.
This is a problem, y'all. We
I
gotta
actually
know.
know-
Support our Atlanta Bouncers.
I actually know Victoria.
Damoon.
Yeah. I think Todd Fowle, right?
Oh,
Is Todd
I know
Fowler on
this
our team?
What?
But is it pronounced Foe? Isn't it like Todd Foe?
Oh, it could be. Oh, here it is. Oh, Eric Roddy. That guy's
When did
fun.
we pick up Roddy?
I don't know.
And Rachel.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. No offense, Rachel.
Rachel Recker, yeah.
She's like,
I'm sure she's a really good player. She got a great duper.
yeah. That's- I would take that duper. I would.
Okay.
Not me, because I'm everyone's favorite 4-4, baby. All right,
I
so
was just curious. That's just a topic about.
yeah.
We occasionally talk around here about our bouncers.
Yeah, I think most
Soon
people
to be
like
the most popular sports team in Atlanta. Man, the Falcons suck.
Falcons suck, Braves. Anyways, I think we would agree though. We like playing team tournaments, so we
Yeah.
might even have something brewing.
Yeah, might be a little Southern Pickleball team format coming.
Yeah. Before we go though, because we didn't touch on it too much,
Yeah.
but you are a bit of a pickleball influencer, and you post pretty regularly. How do you come up with like that many ideas? Are you like stealing people's ideas? Or are they just like, are you that good? Are you using Chat GPT? Mixture of everything?
I would say everything, right? If there's something going viral,
You use it.
You use it,
I gotcha.
right? Now, if someone really creates a unique idea, I'm all for creativity. I'm one of those people that I'm constantly thinking. My brain has a hard time shutting off. So I kind of think of it as, you have songwriters, right, who think of a lyric and they automatically write it down. I'll think of something creative in my head. I'm like, okay, I don't know how that's going to be executed, but I'm going to write it down. So I have a notes app just like filled with great ideas. And then if with social media, one of the biggest things that I've heard, and I'm a small account, I'm definitely trying to grow and have fun with it. If I can't post during the week, that's okay. But one of the biggest things I've heard with trying to grow your account is to stay consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So when I have this giant list of just ideas, some weekends I'll look at the list and I'm like, okay, it's time. And if I have this idea and I'm like, how do I execute it? I am so lost. I'm going to plug that into chat and just see, hey, what would be a good idea to start this video off? Give me a 2-second intro. And that intro I'll look at and go, that's not where I was thinking, but then it will lead to another idea. And that's where that brain always thinking comes in. But yeah, definitely. If there's a trending thing out there, I'm like, that shout out to whoever created that. That's a great idea. I'm gonna sneak that into mine. But yeah, it's definitely, I would say, trying and learning from you guys as well, because you guys are pretty consistent. You guys pop up on my TikTok. You'll pop up on my Instagram.
You can't see her, but she's here, and she's getting ready to get some clips right now.
That would be Mary Emily. That is not me and Corin. But.
No. I'm just a guy who says words. That's all I am. That's
works. It works.
So did we ever figure out the official Instagram that people can follow her? That looks like her. What's at the top? Okay, she was right. It is Emma.cook_PB. A little bit difficult. I can't imagine Emma Cook PB was taken, but that's all right. Yeah, she just added all that stuff. MILP / very cool. Well, all right, that's where the people can follow you. Make sure you give her a follow. Let's get her up over 3,000. How about that?
That would
and
be
while
amazing.
you're at it, follow Southern Pickleball in there too. And while you're at it, subscribe to Southern Pickleball TV on YouTube. You're already watching this. I know you are because you're listening to me talk. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. And thank you so much for joining us, Emma. We really appreciate you. And one day when you are the most famous pickleball influencer in the world, we can always say we had you on podcasts. And that,
so
sweet. I'll probably say that. I'll probably say we made you, but that's up for debate.
No, you started.
That's what it is.
We played a couple of rec games together, and you humbled me for a
Me?
Yeah.
You're just being nice.
No, you body bagged me. I remember. I remember those moments.
Oh.
When the people out there think I don't body bag, you're exposing me.
But thank you guys for having me on.
No,
here.
thank you,
Really
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And as always, thank all you guys out there for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know who your favorite pro is. Let us know if Emma should go pro. She should just call out of school and go pro. And just let us know anything you like. Once again, thank you guys all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.